So Open to Life launched February 14th, which is so beautiful on Valentine's Day. So yeah, Melanie, can you talk to us a little bit about why you want to start Open to Life?
Yes. So I had been wanting to start a podcast for a while. I feel for a couple of years, I had it on my heart to want to make an intersectional space to talk about the pro-life perspective with fertility awareness and have this overlap. Because from what I've seen in my experience, I feel like there's a lot of pro-life spaces talking about pro-life news, pro-life movement, pro-life apologetics. And then there's spaces talking about fertility awareness, cycle syncing, hormones, et cetera, et cetera. But I didn't really see a space overlapping the two. These are kind of like two separate worlds. And I wanted to make a space to combine these worlds. And so that's what inspired me to create this podcast. And I'm really appreciative to you, Mallory, for your patience with me over the years, because it was just like one major life event after another, like getting engaged, getting married, moving, becoming pregnant, moving again, having the child and all the things. But life finally feels at a place where I'm like, okay, no excuses. So I said 2025 is the year I'm going to do it. And then I didn't. And I think I have 6 episodes out now. And I have 2 episodes on the queue, ready to go, ready to be released. And so far, I've talked about how I learned fertility awareness methods or natural family planning, how you can learn too. I've talked about my experience learning that I was pregnant when I wasn't expecting to be, navigating my pregnancy. An upcoming episode will be my birth story and navigating breastfeeding, just like personal experiences from me. I hope as time goes on to have guest speakers, more so experts in their different fields who maybe can talk about herbs that can help with hormones or pelvic floor therapy. What are the different types of natural family planning, fertility awareness methods, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot I hope to do and a lot of conversations I hope to have. And that's a little bit about the Open to Life podcast.
Awesome. The episodes I've listened to have been fantastic. And I'm not just saying this because she's one of my closest friends, but I have actually learned a lot from Melanie in my fertility, pro-life, whatever you want to call it. I've learned a lot from her. Even though she's younger than me, she has taught me some, like genuinely, she has taught me some really good things. So I highly recommend the podcast. And I think that if you don't, even if you don't really consider yourself like, I don't know about this fertility stuff, I'm pro-life, I don't actually natural family planning, I don't want to hear about that. I think you can still learn some really good nuggets in many of her episodes. And they're not just all going to be about that. There's going to be, like you said, a variety of different things. And so, yeah. So a couple more questions to ask you a little bit. When we're coming up with the name, what made you want to decide Open to Life?
Yes, girl. Okay. Let's define our terms here. When I say fertility awareness methods, I'm talking about methods that can be used to track your cycle, to learn the biomarkers, the biological markers, the language of your fertility that tells you when you're fertile, when you're infertile, and ideally you can learn when you're healthy or when something's off, when your body's trying to tell you something. So that's like fertility awareness methods. Some people learn these methods just for health. It doesn't even have to include family planning. And that was my case when I first started learning. This was when I was just dating my now husband, Jerry. I learned purely for health. And that's always my pitch to other girly pops. Like, you can start learning now and it will only help you. It won't hurt you to learn your body and to be empowered, to have true body empowerment, body literacy. So that's fertility awareness methods. There's different methods to learn to chart the signs of your body. Natural family planning, what I learned from Ellen Holloway from the Charting Toward Intimacy podcast, is fertility awareness methods with discernment on what God is calling you to. So when you are married, then there comes the question of, okay, God, is it wise right now with the information that we have at hand to make another child or to postpone, to space out children? Or do we have grave reasons to avoid pregnancy right now? Is someone really ill? Did someone lose their job? Has someone, I don't know, XYZ? And so I came up with the name of Open to Life because natural family planning is not a contraceptive method. Now, definition again. Contraceptive literally means contra, against, septive from the word conception, concepcion. So with a contraceptive is literally against conception. So, and that could be either a physical barrier or a hormonal barrier. So with natural family planning, we are always called to be open to life. Even if you have sex, even if you come together in the marital act, when you know we are definitely infertile right now, like ovulation has passed, I'm in my, what is it, before your period, your luteal phase? Like when you know I'm infertile, it's not a sin to still come together, but you're still open to life. And it's allowing God to be that creator of life. So I thought the phrase open to life, as in natural family planning world, also worked with pro-life world. That as pro-lifers, we should be open to life and we should be creating the culture of life that we want. So I thought it was a good name that overlapped the two worlds. And that's why I chose the name Open to Life.
Thank you for watching this clip of Those Are the Girls with Melanie and Friends. You can watch the full episode here on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.